Hey everyone, doing a midweek market update. Today is Wednesday, the 31st of August. Great month of August, really good month. In the mentorship program, we're ending around 30% gain just for the month, which is great. Which is again pretty typical of a normal month for us. Obviously, guys, everyone trades differently. All right, some traders, they do more, some do less. But that's a pretty standard month in terms of risk reward, assuming 1% risk each time is 30% or 25-30%. Okay, that's been a really good month. A lot of nice trades. Of course, we had some losses as well. Trading is not perfect. We actually took a loss on this week on Monday on a trade on Euro NZD. Literally took a buy, pushed up a little bit, came within a few pips of our risk-free target, and then pushed down for a big manipulation spike, and then pushed up. This buy would be around 150 or so pips in profit right now, for like a 1 to 5 almost. But unfortunately, it didn't go that way. But again, losses are losses. They're part of trading. You cannot avoid them. As long as what I always say to my students is, as long as you can reflect back on your setups and they all make sense, they all make the trading plan. And we have wins, we have break-evens, we have losses. As long as all the losses are good losses, that's what matters. Okay, a good loss for me is, like I said, something that meets our trading plan but just didn't play out. Trading is about probability. No such thing as a perfect trader. You will never have a 100% win rate. You can get a very high win rate, but there's no such thing as a 100% win rate. We are always at the mercy of the market. So let's have a look this week we just took some more trades this week. We have two we've taken that are currently floating at entry. Another one, GJ sell, which we've bagged around 2% or so profit on this, with a possible hedge running. That's done about 125 pips for the sell. But we have some really nice setups lining up that I want to get out to you guys. So CAD-JPY, looking for a possible buy here. Now these are all setups that I've shared over the last few weeks just within the public Discord. Okay, all of which, this is done on 1 to 6.7, this is done on 1 to 4.7. So right there, guys, that's 11%, almost 12% you could have made just between those. Currently retesting 105, sort of 800 region. I'm looking for a buy from this level. If I can get some very clean bullish price action here, this could give a buy. So watching this very closely, which is another reason why I'm trying to get this video out as fast as I can so you guys can get this. Okay, and then even a buy from around here, just as an example. That's a nice little 1 to 3, assuming this can possibly break higher. So watching this, hopefully this can give. Another pair I posted watch for possible buys here today on 80 USD. Now this hasn't eventuated yet. Obviously there's been zero price action for a buy. However, I'm still skeptical. As of right now, I'm not actively looking for it. Technically, I'm not looking for anything on this, but I actually have a gut feeling or an instinct that we might see a possible reversal on this pair. Okay, either way, regardless of which direction it goes, I don't care. Okay, I never get married to a bias. The way I trade tells me what I'm meant to be looking for, and right now I'm meant to wait. Okay, so what I would like to see for that buy setup, just because I want to cover that, because I did get a few people ask me, what are we looking for? In particular, obviously, mentorship students, because the public Discord is really designed for them to have extra pairs to trade outside of the main pairs I trade here. In order for us to take a buy, guys, I'd wait for something sort of like this. Okay. Otherwise, price could easily come back up to 0.68, sort of 800 region here or 700 region, retest and fall. All right. So this could be a fake out before an initial move higher, but that's what I want to see. Leave this one alone. Wait for price to either do one of two things, something like that, or something like this for the sell setup. Either way, right now, we're waiting. Okay, so that's what I would suggest waiting for on 80 USD. Euro JPY. So I just took a sell here. I took two sells here this week. Both ended up being a break-even trade, and then ended up respecting 138, sort of 500 region, and then pushed higher. So again, saw the price action for a possible move lower. It went lower, just not as low as I anticipated, and it resulted in a break-even trade. So now what I'm looking for is actually a break and retest of this 139 level. So if price can come back down to this 139,000, retest this tomorrow. Again, obviously a lot of price action is needed. If price can do this, I would then look for a possible buy from this level. Okay, I mean we're at highs right now. We are at the highs. We're on this really nice bullish trend. So again, I was looking for kind of a pullback here. A lot of price action needed, but this is definitely something to look for. It is only Wednesday. A lot can happen in Thursday, Friday, especially considering that it is NFP week. For those who don't know, NFP is non-farm payroll, which is the biggest news release out of the U.S. every month on the first Friday of every month, and that comes out this Friday. So overall, not many pairs have seen crazy moves. Very little movement on some pairs, and usually that's in anticipation for the release of non-farm payroll. Typically, it only really affects USD pairs, but sometimes NFP can kind of be seen rippling through the market on Friday. So just be aware of that if you are trading this week on Friday, to be aware of any possible manipulation, volatility changes that might occur at that release. That's at 7:30 Central Time, which is at the New York Open. Okay. Next one I want to cover is USD JPY. So currently looking for sells from here. I need to see more price action, but this is definitely something I'm looking for. Okay, it is respecting this 138. This 139,000, 138.8 region very well right now. So watching for possible sells. Again, with a lot of JPY pairs looking like they might push higher, it's likely this might as well. So I would need to see some very, very convincing price action from here in order to take a sell. Otherwise, what we could see is a break of this level, a retest for a push higher into that 140 sort of region. That could be a really easy 200 pip plus move. If you go back here, you can see that it's 139.5 region, but if you go back even further, we know that 140 is a pretty solid level for this pair, right? So that's something we can look for. So watch here for the possible sell. Obviously, look at other correlated pairs, the dollar, DXY, things like that. But for now, more price action is needed. And then lastly, another pair I'm looking at currently, which has made a really nice move this week, is USD CHF, USD Swiss. Looking like a clean, very clean sort of break and retest of this 0.9 sort of 500 region here. All right, so what I would want to see here, guys, is a possible, break the two out here, a possible another push down into here, give some nice bullish price action. We could see a big move up. Keep in mind, like I said, NFP is Friday, so things could change very quickly between now and Friday because, again, a lot of times, or most time, this stuff is already priced in ahead of release, meaning we could be seeing fake outs forming now before for potential move lower. In this case, would be a move lower. So what I'm saying is this could just be lining up for a reversal from this 0.9 sort of 800 region here before seeing something like this later on in the week, right? So just be aware of that, okay? And yeah, dollar wise, really floating. There hasn't been much in terms of price action. Again, sideways really since what was it here? Since the 22nd of August. So we're coming up on almost 10 days now of just sideways price action. I believe that we will see some significant moves on Friday or leading into Friday with non-farm payroll. Again, a lot of times DXY and USD pairs will consolidate the week of non-farm payroll, which is why we've seen some really nice moves on some pairs, but other pairs we haven't. And typically, those other pairs that haven't really moved are the USD pairs. Okay, so there's some setups to keep an eye for. All right, really clean price action, things lining up very nicely, especially on USD Swiss, especially on CAD JPY. This could be a very clean setup. So, but guys, like, look, all you really need is, let's just do the math here. Like, all you really need is a few good setups a week, and sometimes even in a month. Like, I preach risk reward, I preach quality over quantity. Okay, there are weeks when I won't trade anything. There are weeks when I might take 2 or 3 trades in a week or 4 trades in a week. It doesn't matter. I just trade what I see, but it's about having quality over quantity. Okay, high risk to reward setups. For me, the minimum is a 1 to 3. Our average sort of risk reward is like a 1 to 7, 1 to 8 within the mentorship program. So, you might have a loss, you might have 2 losses, you turn to get 2, 3, 4 wins, and boom, you're up 20%. Like, that's just, that's just trading, right? So, I mean, these are really easy and clean examples that I've done live or shared live and talked about in just in the public Discord. And obviously you guys, see the trades that we do in the mentorship program. I mean, our GBP USD setup that I have running right now in the mentorship program, this trade is currently 440 pips in profit for 1 to 12.57. Like crazy profit. Now we only have partials running on this, but most of our profit was secured here, which is a 1 to 7, right? That's still 250 pips. So I mean that right there is an easy 6-7%, and then you might have an extra 2 or 3% running. Boom, that's still 9 to 10% total running, right? Like it's these things, especially when you have a month of trading. Again, I always view things in monthly terms. So I don't view profit in weekly terms because I'm a swing trader. So it takes days or weeks for my positions to play out. But that stuff adds up. Like I said, we're around that 30-35% now for that for the month of August, which is, like I said, pretty standard month. We have quiet months, of course, but then we have really good months where we've done significantly more. It's just about consistency, all right, and using strict risk management. So that's it for now, guys. All right, I will continue to update in the public Discord. Great job so far this week to all mentorship students. I've had more funded traders today as well, getting funded through FTMO and other companies. All right, so great job to them. More traders are going to go full-time, which is exactly what the mentorship program is all about. I create full-time traders. Obviously, I share my entries. I teach you guys how to trade live, but the whole point is the learning side of it to teach you how to trade. The earning side is just a bonus. That's it for now, guys. I will update throughout the rest of the week in the public Discord.